ain't drunk. I'm just drinking.
But you're so high.
Oh man, you know I ain't high.
But you're so high.
Yeah, well I just take a little sip every now and then.
But you're so high.
You ought to be ashamed of
Stay
yourself.
drunk all
Oh,
the
come
time.
on now, you all don't feel like that.
Hey kids, I'm back. How you doing? It is a wonderful Friday afternoon. Yay, us. What the fuck? I had something. Anyway, this is a little bit of drone stuff. So what we're going to do, I'm going to go over... This is for a friend of mine in Florida. His name is Felix, and he also, his stage name, if you will, on YouTube is Warlock Hunter. This is the Warlock Hunter sex change. Anyway, Felix reached out to me and he said, hey brother, what would you charge to turn my old, and it is old, few years old, which in quad years is like really old, my old quad looks like a 250, into a drone. GPS enabled, all that good shit. So I'm like, dude, send me what you got. Bam, we'll work something out. Look at that fucking thing. I love it. I have not seen a frame like this in a very fucking long time. So, fuck, I don't even know what flight controller that is. So basically what I'm going to do, this isn't a build video because my wing came in today to do my drone wing project. Bam, so excited. And I'm building another EWAD. And I think the EWAD and maybe the drone wing are going to be real build videos and really in-depth. This is not going to be. This is going to be, hey guys, this is how you can rebuild something crapola into something cool. So what I'm going to do, check out that mystery VTX. I mean, look at the size of that bitch. I have no idea what this thing's for. Balance leads. I mean, just all sorts of... I'm guessing these are 12 amp Simon K. That's what they look like. ESCs. We're running Emax 1806 2280s. These are actually good motors, believe it or not. I might keep those motors on there for him. I think they might be okay for what we're going to do. We're going to shit can that flight controller. I'm going to put in a full stack Omnibus F3 with barometer. We're going to put GPS on this pig. We're going to put all sorts of shit on here. This looks like a fiberglass frame, but it is actually, believe it or not, this is a pretty good frame for a drone build. Not a quad. I would not fucking fly this as a quadcopter. Fuck a whole lot of that, guys. That camera, we might be upgrading that, and I might cut his... I'm going to make this frame work. Believe it or not, this is a really good frame for a drone, because you got a ton of room in there. Got a ton of room on top. So yeah, we're going to spin this thing around. I'm going to tear it apart down to the component level, because I don't trust other people's work. And my buddy did not build this. He had it built for him a long time ago when he first got into it. So I can bash on it all I want without offending him. Love you, brother. So let me tear this thing apart and let's see what we can do with it. Bam, be right back. Bam, and we're back. Check it out. Doosh. Now, this has not been 30 seconds later. This has been a few days later because I had a couple hiccups. One, the hiccup was I got my new Tyrannus and knew absolutely nothing about it, so I had to power learn that because I needed to set this up on a Tyrannus receiver for him. Yeah, so that's all set up. Had to do all the setup and everything else, but we're going to show you what we did just real quick to gut this piggy, because this is the last time you're seeing it on my channel, because it is getting shipped out today unless it flies away. What I'm going to do after this little overview, I'm going to do some hat cam, my JJ RotoGeek cheap ass hat cam, and we're going to maybe do some DVR just to make sure everything's copacetic. I'm might let him, you could actually just leave those antennas like that, honestly. Put some Sherlock tape on here. I gutted the whole fucking thing. At the last second, he's like, I want different motors. I hate them motors. So, I gave him EWAD's old motors. Now, my brother Warlock and I are good friends. He sent me a drone frame that he's not using, and I'm going to do a drone build with that. And he also sold me my new Tyrannus really, really cheap. So I'm like, since you did that for me, I'm going to build this bird for you and throw in a couple extra components. Well, a couple extra components actually turned out to be about fucking everything. He did the GPS, he bought the flight controller, all that stuff, but I donated EWAD's motors, my props, a bunch of my other stuff, my VTX, my camera, whatever else. And you can throw this antenna away, bro, if you want. I just didn't want you turning it on without an antenna. But it's actually not a bad antenna. So we got 600 milliwatt VTX in here, 1000 TVL camera, which you can replace and make a little nicer if you want. My triple blade props, what are these pigs? 60... Fuck, I don't know. 60-45, so 6-inch 45 pitch. We got the Radio Link GPS. EWAD's old motors, which are Racer Star 2600 2205s, which are actually like brand new. These are the motors I went 4,000 feet with EWAD. These things are like mints. These are famous motors, man. These are fucking EWAD motors. So let's take a look at this thing, see what we did. I did gut virtually the entire... I don't think there's one thing that's saved on this. Real quick, I'm going to straighten his wires up a little bit here, but he's got his his receiver here, his Tyrannus receiver. We put in an all-in-one 30-amp ESC running BL Heli S, power distribution board down at the bottom, which is your basic stuff, Omnibus F3 running iNav, the latest, greatest iNav. I did put foam. This is here on purpose. That foam goes over the barometer, which detects your height, and you have to put foam over it so you don't get prop wash oscillations in the pressure. Set it all up. We got the beeper over here, our VTX up here. These are warning lights. These warning lights will flash red with no satellites, then they flash blue when they detect satellites, and then they flash green for 3D satellite lock. Now, how many times these two flash in the middle, green, is how many satellites you have locked. But I also enabled that on his OSD, so he'll be able to see all that. And I'll get you guys, we might do some DVR. I don't want to do anything too crazy with this because this is not my drone. So I want to keep it the flight test as short as possible. And then I also put in a voltmeter. This is just for fun because I've got like 30 of these fucking things. And this, when he plugs in his battery, bam, he can see how much juice he's got in his drone without even putting his goggles on. I've got so many of them, I just threw one on there because I'm never going to use them all anyway. I did have to, these were EWAD's motors, and I did have to lengthen these wires. So to make it pretty, I put wire snake over it for him. Camera setup in NTSC, XT30 connector, GPS is the radio link unit. I don't think there's anything fancy on the bottom. So I'm going to button this guy back together and verify that everything works, and we're going to do some JJ Rotogeek cheap cam. Be right back. Okay, kids, welcome to JJ Rotogeek Super Cheap Hat Cam. We're going to test this birdie out. Hopefully you can see what's going on here. We've got the Tyrannus set up. I'm going to plug in the goggles. I'm not actually going to wear the goggles. We're just going to have it auto record. Make sure everybody's copacetic. See that? Woo, you see that in there? Yep, she's recording. Okay. Might cut that part out. Ah, fucking cunt. Anyway, every time I do that, it stops. I don't know why. So anyhow, what we're going to do, we're going to plug this thing in. There we go. We'll just hope that's recording. And we're going to plug this guy in and twist the cables. I am just testing this with a 4,000 milliamp 3S. Alright, I've already got satellites. So, if you guys can see this, these are warning lights I programmed on the outside, and those are how many satellites he has. And you can't see this in sunlight, but it's 12 volts. So we're not going to fly this real long. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to arm it. And we're going to test standard old-fashioned angle mode. No bells or whistles, no nothing. There we go. It's going. Okay. Pretty. Now I am only at about a third throttle. I'm in the subdivision with a big bird, not a good idea. So now we're going to activate altitude hold. Not wrong switch, sorry. I'm not used to Tyrannus.
Now we're going to do altitude hold. That's altitude hold. So now what this thing's doing is it's keeping its height, but it's not keeping its position in space. Now if I put GPS hold on, it'll hold its position in space just like that. Now it is a little windy out. Now you can fly in GPS hold. A lot of people don't know this. I can still fly. And when I let off on the sticks, it just stays there, okay? So it's your shit switch. So now what we do, I have this particular one set up so if you hit return to launch, meaning it gets too far away or you just want it to come home and you want to hit return to launch, I have it so if it's within a certain amount of distance and you hit return to launch, it just lands. Bam, just like that, okay? Now, I'm going to fly it away and we're going to hit return to launch. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this or not. That battery's beeping, so I don't want to get too far away. So we're going to hit this. You're going to see him turn around, come back. That's pretty. Look at him. See him coming back? Woo, buddy. That's fucking bad to the bone, kids. He's going to turn a little bit. I have mine set up a little different. He's going to auto-orientate. And he's going to come down fast. But then he's going to slow down. And he's going to land in the road. Right where we took off. Or at least close to it. Make sure there's no cars coming. Now see it slowed down? It's going to come back down. Woo, pretty. So, we're going to put this thing in GPS hold. I hope you guys can see this. Someday I'm going to get a nice hat cam. Okay. GPS hold. Pretty. Now it is relative to your throttle. If I hit this throttle up, he is going to climb. So you got to kind of find the sweet spot. Pretty. This thing's got a lot of power for the weight. And we're just going to hit return to launch. And it's going to land. Disarm. That's it. Man, I like that. And that is a light fucking bird too, let me tell you what. Let's see what this thing weighs, because I forgot to do it on the scale before we started. And, ooh, goggles. That's right. So let's see what we got on the scale that tells no lies. Let's see. This is a light drone for a drone. 442. That ain't bad considering how much shit's in there. So, that's it. I'm going to get this bird in the mail to my brother Warlock today. And my brother Lincoln, he and I are going to build one too here pretty soon. He lives down south. He's a good cat. So, anyway, shout out to you guys, Lincoln David and Warlock, who is also Felix. You see him on my channel all times, Warlock Hunter. That's your new drone, kiddo. Mailing it out today. You should have it by Friday or Saturday. Bam. Take care, kids. Keep your shiny side up. Or the black side. Whatever. Bye.